A little while ago on the channel we had a look at a sort of Game Boy version of one of these My Arcade pixel player things. And any video that starts with the words "oh no" isn't going to be a good one. So this is another Data East Hits branded one by Gmode, who actually own all the trademarks for Data East these days. On the last one we had lots of lies on the box, and I'm assuming we'll have the same on this one. Here we go. Includes 300 retro-inspired classic games plus 8 Data East classic titles. Yes, that's the lies we like. My Arcade has teamed up with the legendary game developer Data East. You haven't, lads, you haven't. So, Data East went defunct and Gmode bought all their IP and the trademarks and are now just using the name. So you can't say you've teamed up with the legendary game developer Data East because you haven't, because they don't exist. Sorry, this sort of advertising like this really winds me up. On the box is actually quite a lot nicer than the other one. I think the other one was sort of like magnetically closed, and so is this one in the corners. On the box it just says 2.75 inch screen packed with 300 retro games plus 8 memorable Data East titles. Full colour screen, front speaker with volume control, powered by 4 AAA batteries. Or micro USB. Yeah, so this doesn't have an internal lithium battery. What it has is you can just power it off USB for a laugh, because why wouldn't you want to? So the Data East games we've got are Bad Dudes, Caveman Ninja, Burger Time, Karate Champ, which is it's an interesting game. Karate Champ is. It's pretty well remembered, but I hate it because I'm terrible at it. Heavy Barrel, which is a good top-down shooter. B-Wings, which is also it's an okay top-down sort of horizontally scrolling shooter. It's alright. Side Pocket, which is a fantastic arcade conversion of a snooker game. Or pool game rather, and Breakthrough, which is a little car that you can jump over obstacles and other things with. So that's not too bad. In the box we've got user manual. Yep, put the batteries in. Here's some buttons, they do things. That's not very interesting at all. So the unit itself, let's free it from its cardboard and plastic housing. I've put the batteries in already. I've made sure to mismatch Panasonic and Kodak because that gives us 10 frames a second or something. Also it's red, so that means it's better. 8-bit gaming, yeah. You may have noticed from that 8-bit gaming, these are all the NES versions of these Data East games, which of course means they are pretty much the absolute worst ones. And much like the other unit, the screen is appalling. So it seems to be flickering quite badly on the camera, but in reality it's not that bad. It is, however, very blue. So let's go into Bad Dudes and see what we get. There is a Data East logo. And you can't skip it. Here are 2 bad dudes, Blade and Striker. Yeah, so on the camera this looks massively over bright, and it is. It's far too bright. So let's stick it at an angle we can actually see the damn thing at. Yep, okay, 1 player, cool. Let's play as Blade, and then the machine gun mouth commander will come on and sort it out. Yes, mate, you tell us all about this interesting stuff. So, the president has been kidnapped. Yeah. You will notice from the camera the screen actually is this difficult to see. It's pretty damn awful in real life. I think it's slightly worse through the camera though. So, let's go. 1 button punch. That's what we like. Come on lads, come somewhere where I can hit you. Yeah, you can probably see this on camera. The screen tearing is horrific. And it's not like these things are cheap. This thing was £24. Come on, punch some more dudes. Yeah, so anything that moves like screen scrolling is just horrific. This is far worse than any of the cheap Chinese units. In fact, I think it's probably on par with the worst Pow Kiddie thing that we looked at a while ago. Anyway, I can't play that anymore. Let's have a look at something else. What have we got? So there's your 8 Data East games. Side Pocket, B-Wings, Karate Champ, Burger Time. And all the other games on here are the nice code ones from that weird arcade machine. So we should have things like F-22 somewhere and Jumping Kid, yeah. So all the other NES games on here developed by a Chinese developer as sort of third-party 8-bit stuff. You get them quite a lot on knockoff NES cartridges and things. Let's play Shark. Ooh, that is very, very blue. So straight into the game, and we're a little fish, and we move about, and now we're dead. And there's some air, and the music's horrendous. Yeah, I cannot fathom a world where they build a unit this nice, and the unit itself is really nice. These corners are a little bit sharp, but if you've got big hands, you're okay. And then they fit it with probably the world's worst LCD screen, and fill it full of absolute garbage. On the plus side, that 5-volt in doesn't charge anything, and if you've got batteries in it, it will happily just feed them 5 volts, no problem, which you probably shouldn't do to standard batteries. So perhaps you could charge rechargeable batteries on this, I don't know. But yeah, no internal battery, you can run it off a USB. Volume plus, volume minus, design of the unit's really nice. AV out, which doesn't work with my capture card. Auxiliary out, auxiliary out probably works fine because the speaker works fine. And they fill it with probably the worst games you're ever going to hope to play in 8-bit format. So that's really good of you lads. Thanks very much, My Arcade. With any luck, this will be the last My Arcade thing we ever have to look at. But fingers crossed, eh?
Subscribe for more videos.